Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello Parusdi, this is Ratna from the International 9. Today I would like to present on the leadership communication class as the final assignment on your class. It's about public speaking. As we can see that we learn about the leadership communications and how you can communicate with other people. 7 from 10 people are afraid of speaking in the public, and unfortunately I am in a group of that 7. I am not usually speaking in front of the public because my work is as a treasury and a tax. My educational background is accounting, so communications in my office rarely not to so many people like the marketing or sales department. From this book, the leadership organizations, I summarize some chapter on the public speaking, and I summarize with the formula of the ideas. Ideas is stand for inner power, delivery, EVAC, authentic, self-assessment. The first is I is inner power. As a leader, based on the book, you do need to have the inner power. What is the inner power? For example, it's like a singer, Raisa. I once watched her performance in Java Jazz. He just stood up on the stage. He's not singing already. He's not saying hello to the audience, but she's just holding her mic, and we as a spectator, as an audience, already see her inner beauty, her charisma. In other field, maybe we can take as an example is the first president, Mr. Sukarno. From the reference book that I've read and several videos that Sukarno has a very strong charisma in a public speaking, on the way, on the gesture, on the intonations, the vocal. He has a strong inner power. The second is the D. D is the delivery. It's very close the relationship with the verbal and non-verbal communications. We knew that at 3V, they are a visual as a performance. You have to look attractive. You have to pay attention on what you wear, on your dress, your makeup, maybe your shoes, and face gesture, and body language. The second V is the vocal. The vocal is the intonations and how you cut your paragraph or sentence. Having a different intonations in each paragraph, emphasize on certain sentences that you consider this is important. The third one or the last one is the verbal. Verbal is about choice of word or addictions. How you can present your presentations with the right context. I usually do some script. It's easier for me to have it, so it will give me a sequence. This is actually for the example I do some script to make it easy for me. What should I deliver next? The third one is the E. E is the EVAC. EVAC is the media. How you present your idea using a PowerPoint, maybe using camera, using signal, video. You have to make a considerations of those certain technology. Do not put everything on your PowerPoint, because the purpose of the PowerPoint is you just write the point and you explain it by your own sentence. You do not read what is written on your PowerPoint. So do not write everything on your PowerPoint instead of just your keyword, your point, and then you do need to explore and explain it with your own sentence. The most important is just master what you delivered. Never present something that you're not your it is not your capabilities, it's not your expertise, because you never know what kind of audience you have. If you have not a deeper knowledge about what you are going to present, just do it some research on it before you doing a presentations. The next is the A is the authentic. It's about the originality, about your characteristic. You do not copycat on someone else's styles. If you want to learn about the someone how the successful speaker, you can get some point, but do not copycat them, because we are each a very different individual. You cannot copycat someone's style. You have to do your own style. How we can find our own style? You have to know what is your personality before you deliver something to the other people or to the audience. You do need have to know about yourself, about your personality. What am I stand out for in a certain area? There is some steps on how you find your authentic or your real characteristics. The last one is the S, as the self-assessment. It's about a feedback. It's about mentor. It's for eyes, because you cannot judge yourself. You need a help from other people. About the communications. The communications is needed for all leadership or in your working in your daily life, because I always thinking that a good communications is needed only for marketing or for sales who doing presentations more often than people like a technical or maybe tax or accounting. But it is a wrong perception, because in most in the field of work you do need to communicate with other people, because the person who can master your leadership communication well tend to have a good career, to tend to have a good career path at your school, at your work. They will give you more chance on those successful. It is I'm very grateful to have the opportunity learning this leadership communication at your class, Pak Rusdi, because I see me in you. It's very similar, because my background is accounting and I do not mingle with so many people, just maybe tax consultant, the auditor, yeah, things like that. So it is very hard for me to go some of the public speaking. But learning about this leadership communication, this book is not too thin, but it's very concise, telling you step to step on it. So I'm very thankful on your knowledge giving to us. I miss to meet you offline, to have a real class instead of always online class, to discuss more. The last one is about the turning point. Well, actually, my turning point is not a sharp turning point. I do it gradually by experience, and after get the experience, I go to this UGM class to know about the theory, to support about my experience, because I do have an experience, but I do not have a theory and the knowledge about things I have already learned. So thank you very much, Pak Rusdi, for your kind. Send my best regard to your family, and keep doing video, because your class is give me a different insight, give us actually a different perceptions about learning something. Thank you, Pak Rusdi. Terima kasih. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.